Hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. Thank you for joining us this Wednesday morning. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, it is going to be a busy day. And I tell you what, as always, we are kicking off with a Craft Vault show, kind of bookending your days now with Craft Vault. And this is brilliant because this is your opportunity to get your hands on some amazing deals. And do you know what? No word of a lie. I've seen over the last few weeks, of course, we've been doing lots of different deals, but this is the first time that I've seen this particular deal that we've got coming up over the course of this show and later on as well. You buy one item, you get another for 1 penny. Yes. Producer George is in my ear going, you're lying. Actually not lying. Actual truth. You buy one item, you get one for a penny. And I tell you what, if you don't believe me, let's just get a quick nod from the other side of the studio. Leann joins me for Craft Vault. Is that true? There you go. Exactly. If Leann's nodding, it must be true. So shop ahead on the web. We've got some amazing deals coming up for you. And the thing is, we had, well, more than I can offer you now, because we were going to bring you an amazing deal. 10 deals, in fact, the first one of which was going to be these lovely foils. We've got a foil press masterclass coming up later on. We were going to give you one and then the second one for a penny. But sadly, you've been shopping ahead on the web and those, don't scream and shout, but they've now sold out. Leann, shout sold out.
Oh, sold out!
They're gone. So you've got to be quick if you want to get your hands on what we've got on the show. First up, let's bring you this. Now, I first saw this, I reckon now, about a couple of 3 months ago, and it was our Fiona who was doing cartwheels around the studio that this was here, the rotating design board. A brilliant bit of kit which we're going to see in action in just a few moments' time. This is worth $15.99. You're getting it today for £16 or $20. So you've already getting a 20% saving, and this little beautiful stamp set that you're getting here, you're getting for 1p. Yes, 1p. Unbelievable value for money. Do not miss out. That board as well, I'm sure we've sold that for more as well. $20.98, $26.98. Get involved and grab yours. As I say, get ahead on the web. Head to crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu and shop before we get to items, because there'll be items that you're going to see briefly on this show that perhaps we won't go into too much detail until later on. So get things now, get them in your basket and do not miss out. And just because we're fast and furious, if you think to yourself, well, it's just going to be all sales. No. We've got at least 3, possibly 4 demos to bring to you over the course of the hour. As always, get in touch with us on the socials. Any questions you want to ask, any comments you want to leave with us on Facebook and YouTube. Already in from Kentucky is Melissa, Evangeline is in, Mary from South Carolina, Alison from Wales, Eleanor from Pennsylvania, Susan from Wales, Diana from Indiana, Elizabeth from New Hampshire, and June from Florida. Morning all. Get those comments in and let's say morning to Leann. Morning.
Morning! How are you, Ben?
I am all right, but I feel a little bit like helter skelter, harum scarum. There's so much going on. I can't believe this. Buy one item, get one for a penny.
Buy one and get one for a penny. We've gone stark raving bonkers here at the Crafters Companion TV. Absolutely we have. Should we have a first look at this? Because honestly, if Fiona was doing cartwheels, can somebody share me a video of Fiona actually doing a cartwheel? Because that is a mental image. And I know what I would look like doing a cartwheel. And Fiona and I, we're soul sisters. So she's going to look like I would doing a cartwheel. I need to see a video.
It was all off air and just for my benefit only.
That's all right then. Well, good. I mean, next time get somebody to record bribery. Lots of bribery with
absolutely.
that. Now, what we've got, this is an amazing tool. It is absolutely fantastic because you've got that 360-degree rotation. You've got a really solid base. So if you're resting on this, it isn't going to pop up off your desk. You can put a good amount of weight on it. You've also got this fantastic clip which keeps the project that you want to work on nicely secure on your board. And it means, and this is phenomenal for your colouring, Ben, because what it does is move around as you colour. So I can just with my hand here, move it with my wrist if I want to. So you see I can do it like this. Or actually what I like to do, I like to just keep a finger on the top here, and as I'm colouring, I will move and push this wherever I would like it to be. Now, as I come round to colour this element, what we would be doing at home is this. Constantly moving something around. And we don't want to have to be doing that. We have to stop what we're doing. So what I can do with this board is just move this round and bring it
Awesome.
to a comfortable position for me to colour. It truly is phenomenal. And I'll be quite honest, Ben, when I found out that we were going to have these,
Yeah.
I was kind of, oh, come on, I've been colouring for years. I don't need it. I manage as I am. Why would I need to put that in my stash? I don't need to, was what I was thinking to myself, being very honest about it. And then I did a show with our Tiffany where I was demonstrating the board. I immediately went and bought the board myself with my own pennies on our website with my staff discount. and I now use it all the time when I'm colouring at home. And actually, Mr. C, and those of you who you know watch us and follow along, you'll know Mr. C is my husband. He has been known to steal it.
Has he?
Rude, because he's a very good artist, my husband, Ben. And I mean, exceptional, really. A lot of his artwork is on our wall. We frame it and we put it on our walls. It's that good. But he does a lot of drawing. He does a lot of pencil drawing. He does a lot of pastel work. He does a lot of painting as well. He does watercolours. He does fine line pen drawings. You know, he's very talented.
Yeah.
And this has changed, in his words, his life.
It's changed his life.
Honestly, because
there's a testimonial.
I mean, it really is, because he's able to move things around. And here's the good thing: he's not smudging his art as he's moving it around. When you're working with pastels and pencils, if you get your thumb in the wrong place, you can get a big smudge, you have to start again. Now, because he's got the board and you can just use the finger, as I was showing you at the side, turn it wherever it needs to be, 360 degrees, he's not ruining and smudging his work. So he's getting more accuracy out of his artwork as well. You will absolutely love using this at home, and you can use it with absolutely any of our colouring mediums. I'm using our illustrators, which we've got on the show, I believe.
Yeah, we do. We'll pop the details up on the bottom of the screen for you there. But the thing is, and like Leann alluded to this earlier on, it's a really sturdy bit of kit as well. It super is. And I tell you what, also, if you're wanting to kind of craft on the go, if you're one of those people that perhaps likes crafting sort of on your lap or maybe away from your craft room, again, I would imagine that this is super handy for that as well, Leann, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, if you've got one of those lap trays with a little bean bag on the bottom, this will sit lovely on one of those lap trays. Or if you've got one of those tables, in fact, that pull under the sofa, so the legs come under the sofa and the table's in front of you, this will work brilliantly on that as well. And also a nice size, it's actually quite light and portable, so you can just take it around with you. It could be on a coffee table. Do you know what you could do with this, actually? It could be on the chair arm and be almost your craft little table that you have on the chair arm when you're doing your colouring. So many different options with this, and really usable and reliable. You're not going to realise how much it's going to change your life until you get it home and you start using it, honestly. It's fantastic.
I truly believe that and understand that. If you're one of those people, you know, like Leann was originally, going, well, why would I need this? Until you actually get it home and try it for yourself. And then once you've got it, you will wonder to yourself, how did I ever survive without it? It's one of those sort of products, really. It's a great day to get it because you're making that saving. And of course, don't forget that beautiful stamp that you're seeing our Leann colour in there as well. You are getting for 1p, a penny, yeah. So this is the kind of day, you know what, where you can fish down the back of the sofa, see if you've got any loose change, and you can cash in today, because what can you get for 1p these days? Not very much at all. Some lovely messages already coming in. Lots of comments, actually, Anne, about your appearance this morning, your guest presenting appearance for Wake Up with, well, we should call it Wake Up Call with Leann. Lots of people saying you did a fabulous job.
Oh, well, thank you so much, everybody. That is incredibly kind of you. I had the best time. It was an absolute blast. And it's a change for me in terms of what I do in my normal day job. I'm coming here and demonstrating crafts. So thank you so much. I really did have a fabulous time.
And one person asking, in fact, it was Sally, just saying, where's your sparkly top gone?
Oh, I was too hot. Top and jacket. It's a bit warm in here, and I was like, oh, I can't cope with the heat. I had to go and change it. I'm sorry. If you really want the sparkly top, let us know. I can put it back on for masterclass later.
Lovely. One quick question on this before we move away from the design board. Jules is just asking on Facebook, is the top fixed to the bottom piece?
It is indeed. That is an excellent question. If I hold that up like that, and there we go. Look, you can see the real robust mechanism we've got in there with all of those ball bearings, which allow the board to rotate smoothly. That is how it's working. So it's completely fixed, and then you've got that rotating disc inside with all of the ball bearings, which allow, there we go, allow the top there to spin 360 degrees for you.
Excellent stuff. Get those questions in, because I tell you what, we will aim to answer them all over the course of the next 50 minutes or so. It is fast paced, but we will still get those questions answered. It's a brilliant bit of kit, honestly, and it's engineered so brilliantly as well. Get the board, get that floral word stamp, that hello, for 1p. Unbelievable. As I said, it's not just on this item. We've got items right across the show on this craft vault and later on as well. So let's give you a few more examples of some other goodies that we've got where you can pick up an item and then grab another item for 1p. And this is amazing. From Sarah's Signature Collection, this is the glittering snowflakes. I think this is like a much sought after collection as well, items from it. So the fact that you're getting this today for this amazing price and then picking up something else for a penny is unbelievable. This is the glittering snowflakes vellum pad. It is absolutely gorgeous. If I just give this a little flick for you, you've got 6 stunning designs in here. There's 36 sheets of this gorgeous vellum, so you're getting 6 of each. And I have no doubt that this will be flying off the shelves. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you are someone who's perhaps thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, this has obviously got a bit of a Christmassy feel, snowflakes and all, you can see actually that some of the vellum in here, you're going to be able to work into all sorts of projects. And yeah, the snowflakes, absolutely Christmas time, but come on, Christmas always comes around, doesn't it, each and every year. So you've got something in your stash that is going to be so versatile and so usable. And love what you do with the vellum as well. You definitely want to go for this. That's $24.99, of course. And can you believe this? Matching from the same collection for 1p, we are bringing you this gorgeous matching stamp and die set. This is worth $5.99. We are giving it to you for free. So you've got that gorgeous winter stamp. You've got the corresponding die to go with it. If I just flick this around, you can see there. You've got the die which cuts out your winter, and then you've got all these other stamps to be able to bring up your own sentiment. So to come up with your own sentiment. Hello, winter, warm winter. Winter is magical. It's gorgeous. $5.99. No, 1p. Unbelievable, right? £25 or $33 is a 15% saving as well. And don't forget, as I understand it, that price, but you'll still get your discount if you're in the club, won't you? So if you're a Platinum member, you still get another 20% off that, won't you? Club Inspire, if you're a Platinum member, another 20% off the price you see on the screen there. Absolutely unbelievable. Next up, we always need storage, right? Absolutely we do. So if you've got your Gemini Junior, this is amazing because this is your storage bag for your plates. So all of the plates that you've got for your Gemini Junior, this is amazing. Now, the other thing, by the way, is that this is going to fit in so much more than just those plates. So if you haven't yet got a storage bag for your Gemini Junior plates, this is for that. But look at this. This is great for a project bag. This is great for kind of just your bits and bobs. If you're someone like me, I mean, this is kind of putting it out there just a little bit. This is good for your sandwiches as well, isn't it? A sandwich bag. I mean, seriously, so much more that you can put in there. I love the fact as well that if you are using this for craft purposes, which you probably are, seeing as you're watching us here on a craft channel, you've got plenty of space in the front there as well. Another zipper pocket to be able to put in your pens, your crafty accessories, all these kind of things that can go in there. So it's super handy. Of course, Crafter's Companion colours as well. So that is $5.99. What you getting for a penny, I hear you cry. You're getting this amazing crafty fun die, which is worth $5.99 for 1p. I absolutely love this. It's from the Crafty Fun collection, so you're getting this artist palette with the little brush as well. So it's 4 little dies that you're getting for 1p. Unbelievable. Where have you ever heard about anything like that before? What can you get for a penny? You can't even get a penny sweet for a penny these days, can you? But we're giving you that amazing die if you go for this bag as well. You can't get penny sweets for a penny, can you? I don't know if that's... There were the days when you get half penny sweets as well. Back in the day. But no, you can't get penny sweets. Producer George has just gone, are you that old?
Now, I used to get half penny sweets too. I remember we would go to the shop and get a 10p mix-up.
Yeah.
And with a 10p mix-up, you'd have at least 20 sweets in your bag.
Yeah.
The expensive sweets sweets were the 2p sweets, and they were the little chocolate pots in the silver foil.
Yeah.
They were 2p. So if you got one of them in, you know, you weren't getting as many. But there was even your little fruit salads and your blackjacks. I remember a time when you got 4 for a penny.
I mean, that's I just remember I used to get £1 pocket money every week. Used to go down to Woolworths. Remember Woolworths? Used to go down there, pick and mix, and I used to, for £1, you had to be careful because I used to like the gummy sweets, and you could buy these gummy snakes, right, that were about so big. And again, like Leann said, you put them in your bag, that's going to take up a bit of your money. But if you did it right, you could get a bag for £1 that would last you the whole week. Those were the days. But anyway, these are good days as well because you're getting a die for a penny. So quickly, go swiftly, do not miss out. Keep those questions coming in as well. We'll fire those over to Leann, but we're going to see, I think, this crafty fun die in action, are we not?
We most certainly are. I almost wanted to burst in. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. But anyway,
Producer George is going, it's a 1 hour show, move on, no singing.
Got a tear to my eye, Ben. Now, this crafty fun die is absolutely incredible. I love it. And it's just a really happy die where you can use it for a multitude of occasions. And actually, I have done cards with this die for my nieces who are of the very young and sparkly age where they love their face makeup, etc. And I've done it in a makeup way with a paint palette and an eyeshadow palette as a gift for them. So you can think about using this really creatively. Very easy to cut it out and use it. You can see here we've got the paint palette die. I'm not going to cut it. You've seen us cut a million times. You want to see me make the card. It's exactly what you want. But you see here, we cut that, you know that they cut brilliantly. It also cuts and embosses the places. Then you get this little die here which gives you the tip of your paintbrush, and it gives you the little circles to customize your paint palette, and you've got your little brush as well. So they're all of your dies, and I've got all of these pieces cut out for you.
Yeah.
And we're going to look at making the happiest, the most sunshiny rainbow card you have ever seen in your life.
Kind of feel like you need a beret and a cravat on whilst you're using this die.
Oh yes, a beret and a cravat. Oh my word. What, do I need some onions around my neck as well? Or
Maybe,
just
and maybe we could talk like this.
A black and white strippy t-shirt? I don't know. I mean,
little moustache drawn on.
Yeah, little moustache on there. Talk like Poirot, my darling. It would be fun. It would be fun. So now what I've got is some of my Harmony Water Reactive inks.
Yep.
This one is a quick dry, so I'm going to pop that to one side. Here it is, and I've got all of my colours. Look. All of the colours here to make a really happy rainbow. Good. So I'm going to start with the purple in this bottom corner, and it's easy. This is just a piece of cardstock, white stamping card. Use your watercolour card if you want. Take your ink with your blending tool, start to blend in from the corner. And we're just using a little bit of purple now. And if you don't want to blend, you can dab, because this really is about getting a very organic look of colour just being splashed down on the page with this card that we're doing now. So here we go, we're pulling this on. Now what I'm going to do is change to a blue.
Okay.
And I've got one already done, so you're going to get the idea, and then we're going to fast forward blue Peter style.
I love that. There's loads of love coming in for the rotating board, by the way. Lizzie on Facebook is saying, I love drawing. I'm disabled and sat for most of the time. And this would work on the sofa and make drawing more accessible. I'm always smudging things. Lizzie, do you know what? I would give it a go. Seriously, I'm not going to say, you know, it's going to be the thing which makes it easier, but potentially, I think it really could be. You should definitely give it a go. And also, Sandra just asking on YouTube, Leann, do you let Mr. C share your craft stash, or is it matching his and her sets of pens?
Oh, yeah, matching. If he touches my stuff, there is...
Oh, serious?
There is war to pay.
Wow.
Yes, because he cuts things with my scissors that he really shouldn't be cutting.
Oh, no. Oh. Yeah.
I mean, now that we've got the fabulous Crafters Companion scissors, it doesn't matter so much. Which is why I had to develop a pair of scissors where it didn't matter so much, because he kept using my my fabric scissors on paper.
You can see the anger in Leann's eyes. I'm getting scared of it.
And paper and packaging, honestly. And then I'll go to do something, and it's not where I left it. And I'm like, I know where it'll be. And I'll say, have you seen, darling? And he'll go, no. I'll go, oh, really? Funny. I found it in your craft desk.
Well, I didn't put it there.
And he'll go, well, that wasn't me. And I'm like, well, look, there's only me and you in the house, sweetheart. Dogs haven't got opposing thumbs. Not quite sure how that happened. Just leaving it there. Leaving it there. He's a tinker. But
He's
you know
a
what?
little tinker.
He's a little tinker. But he's a lovable tinker, which is why he gets away with it all. Now, I've just brought in the board because I know how much you're loving this,
Yes.
this rotating board. And actually, I just wanted to show you why, another reason I love this, especially with my Harmony Water Reactive inking. If I turn this round with my fingers, I get very dirty fingers because the Harmony Water ink sits on the surface. Also, what can happen is I get finger marks.
Yeah.
Because I'm moving it round. Well, look, I can do my Harmony Water Reactive techniques with this and not touch the card, only touch the board. So it's not just about your alcohol colouring, it's about all of the different projects you do at home, and it's really, really useful.
Can I put this out there as well? And this, I may be speaking out of turn here, but I remember a guy I used to be at school with who was left-handed, and he
Yes.
always seemed to, like, because obviously when he was writing, he always seemed to, like, because obviously you write and then he was smudging his work in every row. I can imagine this is going to be quite handy, more handy for people who are left-handed as well. If you do find that you smudge your work, is that a common thing with left-handers? I don't know.
Absolutely, that's another one. That is another reason, Ben. I mean, all of the reasons. And the thing is, I've got my ink all over here now because I'm working on it, but it just cleans, it just wipes off with a wet wipe or with one of your microfiber cloths and a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Very easy to clean. Now, you've seen me do that. You don't need to see me do much more of that because it can get a bit boring. So we're going to actually put the card together.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab my tape pen. So what I've done is I've done 2 of those backgrounds, and what I did was just fling water at it. Go and watch our Harmony Water Reactive masterclasses, you'll see how to do that. I've just splashed water at it, mopped it up with a towel. You've got that beautiful rainbow effect.
Looks gorgeous.
I mean, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then what I've got, we had yesterday on the show, I don't know if we've still got them today, Ben, some card pads, and they were a really good deal, which is our 12 by 12 rainbow card packs.
So if you there, shouldn't they, on the web?
Yeah, and they're on the web. If you got them yesterday, this is what I'm using here. And the guillotine that I had on the wake-up call this morning is what I've used to do all of these really precise mats and layers, because it's all about the matting and layering with this card. So you see, I want a rainbow in the background with my matting and layering to match my rainbow pieces that I've put together. And I've done the same with this one here. So this one's purple, the blue's going to go on top. And it is our textured 12 by 12 cardstock that I'm using here.
Just one question whilst you're taping, because I know you'll know the answer to this. Pamela is asking, going back to that design board, the bulldog clip, is that removable?
Fully removable.
Good.
Let me show you.
Awesome.
And so you could actually, if you're working landscape, put it there. If you're working on a wider project, put it there. It doesn't have to be on the top. You can put it on the corner. If you want to put it on the corner. Depends what you're working on. Position it wherever you want it to be.
There you go, Pamela. Keep the questions coming in. Anything you want to ask, we will fire those over to Leann, or I'll answer them if you like as well. Like Katie says, Ben, with block capitals and lots of exclamation marks. Ben, did you do the voiceover for the Gemini machine? It sounds like you. I think I did, actually. I think that is one of my. I do so many, so many. No, I really don't. I think I did do that one. Yes, and Georgina, producer George, just going. I think you're most famous for doing Craig's voicemail. Yeah, I did do Craig's voicemail as well. He still hasn't paid me for that, actually. I'm a professional, don't you know? I ought to get royalties.
I hope you charged him for doing his voicemail.
No, well, I said I'll do it for
royalties.
Royalties, but nah, nothing. Now he's got his own show and that. He's just,
he's changed.
He has, hasn't he?
He's changed. He's even more adorable than he was before. I mean, honestly.
We love him, don't we?
We do. He's such a happy person. I mean, you're going to be having the most miserable day, and Craig walks in, and it brightens your day. He's always got a smile.
That is such a good point. I mean, I think we're a very happy family here, and we've all got our own sort of quirks and funny things. But Craig, no word of a lie, I don't think I've ever seen him anything but really happy. Do you know what I mean? Some days I might come in and perhaps not be, sort of be happy as opposed to really happy, or you see other people perhaps who might be a little bit down. I've never seen him without a smile on his face.
Absolutely, he just brightens the day. He's always happy, always got a kind word for everybody, always smiling. I hope to be like Craig one day.
Me too. When I'm as old as Craig, I hope to be like him.
Yeah. When you're as Did you say when you're as old as Craig?
When I'm as old as Craig, yeah.
Oh, you're not as old as Craig?
Shh. When I'm as old as Craig, when? I don't know how old he is actually. He's definitely younger than me. How old is he? He's probably mid-30s, isn't he?
I would have said 34 if I had to
34.
guess.
34. Does anyone know how old Craig is? Has he ever revealed? Anyone at home? He's definitely not in his 40s, which is where I am. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? 41. Producer George was saying she got ID'd yesterday. What were you buying? Oh, right, okay.
I'd be very happy if I got ID'd. It's not going to be a miracle, but I'd be happy. Right, so I've popped my little artist palette on the front there, and you see I've built up my lovely rainbow background. I'm going to pop my little paintbrush on there, and I'm going to pop my little sentiment on, and when I've done that, this is what you're going to have. And I think that's great, just with love. It's a very happy, sunshiny rainbow card. And actually, you know, we've been making lots of rainbow things and hanging them in our windows and what haven't you. So to be able to send a card of thanks to somebody with a rainbow theme, maybe somebody who's looked after you, who's just feeling a little bit down or whatever, just to brighten the day, I think this would be a perfect example of that.
It's brilliant, isn't it? And remember, that particular die that you're getting you're getting it for a penny. It's not that one, Ben, it's that one. You're getting it for a penny, remember. That's coming along with your Geminite Junior storage bag. £6 all in is just amazing. That's $5.99, the bag. This one here is $5.99, but you're getting it for 1p. Unbelievable, over 45% off. Grab it. And as I said, if you've already got the storage plate bag, so useful for projects, so useful for keeping all of your other bits and pieces in. It's a really, really super deal is that. Lots of lovely messages still coming in. Can't believe we're halfway through the show already. Lots more demos to come. Lots of people enjoyed our singing, Leann, a few moments ago. Mary saying that song is one of my favourites. Astrid on Facebook saying, Ben was very enthusiastic with his singing then. Did you hark back to your Redcoat days for a minute? I'm always harking back to those days. Having said that, we've been known for our singing. You should have seen, we were singing on Friday, burst into a bit of Karma Chameleon. It's gone viral. Viral on the old Facebook and whatnot. Well, I say viral, I think about 40 odd people have watched it. But I mean, and that, you know, 40, nearly viral. Nearly viral.
I think, I've got that as a little clip. I think I'll share it on our Facebook pages after this show.
Well, I think you should. For those
doing Karma Chameleon.
For those that haven't seen it, I mean, it is a real, it's a real treat. Right, producer George, I love her. She's not in the office, she's going, right, we're halfway through the show. That means get on with it. So we will move on. Right. Oh dear. Used to work with George in another life, and I remember now what she was like. I mean, great. She was great. She's great. She's one of my absolute faves. Right, let's move on to this next collection for you. Again, this is amazing. All of these products during Craft Vault, we are saying to you, buy one item, get another for a penny. These are back in stock. The art liners are absolutely brilliant. You're getting 6 of these within this collection. And again, super if you are into your sketching, into your drawing. Great as well, just for adding, you know, outlines as well to all of your various projects. They are amazing. And to go with that, I cannot believe it, for a penny, we're giving, that's a penny. I can't believe that. You're getting 16 sheets of your Nina cardstock, £13 or $16.96. Let's just talk about this for a second, because we do get lots of questions on our cardstock particularly. For those who don't know about our Nina cardstock, Leann, what are we going to be using this for? Why is it so great?
It's so important to have the right cardstock when you're using your markers for either your art lines, your classique, your illustrators, your tri-blend brush. They're all really important, is the cardstock just as much as the alcohol ink, because you want something very smooth but not coated. You want something which is not porous in the centre, so it doesn't suck the ink out of your marker. If it's not sucking the ink out of your marker, it's not bleeding the ink all over, so your colouring stays crisp, precise, clear, with beautiful, true colour representation. So colouring on any old random piece of card you've got left in your stash at home will not give you the same results as colouring on the correct card, which is made for the job. And our Nina is absolutely that when it comes to any alcohol colouring.
There we go. If you didn't know, you do now. That is a brilliant deal. Honestly, £13. You're getting the Nina cardstock for a penny. Please do not miss out on that. As I said, if we're not demoing these items right now, chances are you'll see them a little bit later on when we do the craft vault with Jan. 7 p.m. UK time. I love that deal. So many great deals. By the way, the rotating board is absolutely flying out of the door. More comments on that to come in just a few moments' time. But look at this. If you love your creator card dies, then this deal is amazing. Details coming up on your screen here. Look at this. So the ability you've got with this is to, well, do exactly what it says on the tin. Create a card. You can use this to cut, to emboss, to do all sorts. Your layers, your mats as well. It is brilliant. And the fact is with these, they're so versatile. So £15. $14.99. So if you're saying to me, well, hang on a minute, what am I getting for a penny? You're getting all of these sentiment stamps as well from Sarah's Rose Gold collection. They're worth $4.99. You're picking them up for a penny. Super usable once again in there. You've got some gorgeous sentiments to work with all sorts of projects. Thank you for being the best cousin in the whole world. I'm smiling because you're my bestie and laughing because there's nothing you can do about it. You basically got some sentences that you can then add things like cousin, bestie, niece. There's all sorts in there for you to be able to create your own quite humorous sentiments, I suppose. But that's what you're getting for 1p, don't forget. £15, $21, you're saving 20%, and of course you get a further 20% off if you are a platinum member as well. So many great deals to have. If you were watching Wake Up Call with Leann a little bit earlier on, you'll have seen this particular die in action. So as always, you can look back and have a look at that on YouTube, on our Facebook page as well, if you want to see that in action. So I believe we are now going to have a look at the stamps.
I love this collection of stamps from our Sarah's Rose Gold collection. It's one of those sets of stamps because it's in a rose gold collection, you know, when the collection's gone, it's gone. And so therefore it's not going to be available all the time. And I feel a bit sad about that. I think we should have done it in a more overarching collection where we could have been bringing it back to you again and again, because it's very useful, exactly as Ben was saying, to be able to really customise, which is what we're going to do. So I'm using the stamp which says, you're not just you're my best friend. So I've got you're not just you're my best friend on my little stamping mat. And actually, look, I've got my design board out for this again. It's quickly become the thing that I have on my desktop at home all of the time. And I use time and time again. So I can stamp on here, and actually I can't write in a straight line, so I can't write horizontally. I don't know if you know that. I can't have something in front of me like that and write neatly.
What, does it always go down?
It goes down, it goes up, it goes all. I have to have my writing on a diagonal. I have to write up the page. I don't know why. I just have to write in that angle. I mean, at school, our producer saying she did the same thing always. I used to always get wrong because I used to turn all of my papers around that way, which meant this person could read what you were doing. Not that they should have copied off me. They weren't going to do very well. However, they could have read it if they'd wanted to. But I need to write on a diagonal. I've actually started, when I'm writing things, using my board so I can put it on the correct diagonal. And actually, I do the same for stamping a lot of the time.
Well, I never knew that.
I stamp on an angle rather than on a straight, and I don't know why. It's obviously just something that works for me, which is another reason why this board is absolutely fantastic, because you can get it nice and straight at whatever angle works for you. So you see there, I've done you're not just you're my best friend. And then we're going to choose what we're putting in. We're going to put mum. You're not just my mum, you're my best friend.
Aww.
Now, what I can do here is put the mum in the middle. So I've got my best friend there. Put my mum in the middle so I can get it where I want it to be. Look, have I got it upside down? No, I thought I had it upside down. I thought I was going to have to grab me glasses for a second. So that's where I would like it. There's my perfect position. Now, with my little stamping platform, which we also had on the show yesterday, what I'm going to do is just angle my lines horizontally and vertically on my piece of card. So now I know where that piece of card is lining up on there. So I can pick this up, ink it, use my lines again with my cardstock because I know where I had them. So I had it here and here. Get it lined up. And then when I stamp that in, my mum is in the perfect position.
Amazing.
So your rotating stamp board, brilliant for angling it wherever you want it. Your little 4x4 platform, superb for those stamps, and the stamps are brilliant to be able to customise all of your messages. And just to give you an idea of some of the sentiments on here, because I really love them. I'm smiling because you're my, and laughing because there's nothing you can do about it. I would absolutely be sending that to my sister. I'm smiling because you're my sister, and I am laughing because there is nothing you can do about it. I really love it. I'm a, what's your superpower? I love that one. So this could be, I'm a mum. What's your superpower? I'm an auntie. What's your superpower? Absolutely brilliant. And thank you for being the best friend. Thank you for being the best sister. She is. Thank you for being the best cousin, the best grandma. Just beautiful sentiments, and I'm cross at myself that we put them in the Rose Gold collection. So get them now while you can. Get them now while you can, they're fantastic. Okay, so I've done that, and then I've decided to make a really pretty card with it.
Oh, cool.
So I've stamped it into pink, and then all I did was a little bit of die cutting with a nesting die, and the same to make a nesting matten layer, and we did it with our stitched edge nesting dies, the stitched edge ones. And then I've got several bits of paper here and a card, and it's going to be very quick and easy to put together. So I've got some of that lovely textured cardstock again. So we'll do that. Here we go.
Seems to be lots of people like yourself who have the same writing thing as you. Diana, I'm the same way, Leann, writing up the line. I'm the same with my writing, so that Alison. And Monica on Facebook, me too, Leann. I think that was how we were taught in school, always on an angle. I seem to remember at school that if you always used to have to slide lined paper underneath your work, so you didn't write at an angle. That's what I remember.
Well, I don't know where it's come from, but I cannot write in a straight.
You're not right, did you say?
I just cannot write in a straight line. It has to be on an angle. We had that slidey under the paper lined stuff as well, actually, Ben. But I think I still did it on an angle then, and I think that's why they give us the slidey under the line stuff, because when you're writing on an angle, so it didn't drift off, you would even write on an angle but follow the line, if that makes sense. I think. But I mean, it was a blooming long time ago, so I might be remembering wrong, which I do with a lot of things these days. Remember wrong, as my sister likes to point out, who is almost 13 years younger than me.
Wow! And
she loves that fact.
What, do you do stuff wrong?
No, that she's 13 years younger than me.
Oh, that she's 13. And probably that you do stuff wrong as well.
Yeah, and she likes to remind me of that. Bless her. Bless her heart.
Sisters, eh?
Sisters. I have two brothers and a sister. I'm blessed in that respect.
I have a sister.
Do you?
Yes. An older sister.
An older sister. I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
I am the oldest.
What did producer George, what did you just say? George says she's got a younger sister because perfection wasn't enough.
That's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. I always complain. I've lost my little pads that I had before. Honestly, I just keep throwing things away and then wondering where I've put them.
What you lost?
Well, I had some glue and that's gone the walkabout, and then I had some foam pads. We're just going to put it flat. Okay. But you would raise it up.
You'd raise it
You would raise it up so I can stand on mountains. Yeah. You'd raise it up. Yeah. No, you wouldn't. Yeah. And then you'll put a little bow on. Honestly, everything comes to a song. Oh, it does in my life as well, you know. We should ask my team next time if I get another opportunity to do a wake-up call. You can spend the time asking my team to spill the beans on me, and they will tell you that I turn everything into a song. I can't help it. But there we go. We've used some pretty papers. We've used that lovely sentiment. I've stuck it flat. You can raise it up with a foam pad or some 3D glue gel. And it really is pretty brilliant that you can customise those sentiments. What does that say? Thank you for being the best mum in the world, that one. Oh, and what did I stamp? It's different. So that one is, thank you for being the best mum in the world. I did. You're not just my mum, you're my best friend. This is the thing. You can make it for the person you want to send it to, for all of those different people in your life. I really love this collection, Joe. You're not Joe. Sorry.
I'm not Joe. Thanks very much, Sarah.
Thanks.
Awkward. No, it is. It's my middle name, so it's fine.
Oh, that's okay then. I
Yeah.
don't feel as bad.
That's well, actually Ben's my middle name, but let's not go there. Right, yes, it is a lovely collection. And do you know what I love about this as well? Like Leann was saying, you've got heartfelt, you've got humorous, you've got some beautiful, beautiful sentiments within that. And it's yours for a penny with your creator card. Lots of lovely comments coming in. Sarah on Facebook saying, hi, Ben and Leann, your craft ambassador here. Did you catch the show? Hint, hint. Oh, idea. Crafters TV, Ben, Leann and me on a show. Oh my goodness, what a hoot that would be. Let's make it happen, Sarah. Let's make it happen. I'm up for doing that. Kathy saying, loving the colours on the show, so cheerful. Lots of chat about Craig as well, about how old he is. Katie saying Craig is about mid-30s, early to mid. He said on his Advent Live once. Well, he said that. No, I think he is. I think he is mid-30s. Lorraine saying, love you both. Katie saying, what a hoot. And also Katie saying, when I grow up, I want Ben's job because he's going to be Craig. See how weird things get at 3:30 a.m. Elizabeth on YouTube saying, yesterday was an awesome day. Watched CC shows on my iPad and HSN on my TV and then received 2 CC orders. Yeah, we had the big HSN preview show, of course, yesterday. It has been so busy. And I caught a bit of this yesterday as well. I know you've got, Leann's got our own fans now, hasn't she? Because were you naming them the Chivettes?
The Chivettes.
Fred saying on YouTube, is this where the Chivettes do the backup? So when you do your singing, the Chivettes, I can imagine, kind of come and do a shoo-up, do-up, do-up, do-up kind of thing. Is that what we're... Yeah.
That would be brilliant. I would absolutely love that, I have to say.
Good. Let's make it happen. I kind of feel like all of these ideas sort of that are outside of craft, we can somehow crowbar onto the Wake Up Call with Craig, because he's always looking for that sort of content. So I think we should definitely make that happen. Anyway, back in the real world, if you want to go for this creator card die set, as I said, you get the creator card and you get the stamp sentiments for 1p. It's a super deal, very, very popular indeed. £15 or $21. I would say the most popular item on the show so far is that rotating board, which we'll try and come back to before the end of the show. Loads of you chatting about that in the socials. But whichever way you look on the website at the minute, you'll find one item and then you'll get a second item for 1p. Like, for example, this super cool collection that we are bringing you now, the Spectrum Noir ink dauber storage kit with your pink tulip pigment ink pad. These are super, super handy. And if you go back to, I want to say it was Friday that we did our it was the Colour Me Happy / masterclass on all of your inks. You'll have seen these in action and also the ink pads as well. These daubers are super, super handy. There's 40 included in there. And of course you get this handy storage case as well. So pretty much you've got one for every colour in the range. Those are $24.99, and then we're giving you on top of that for a penny your opaque pigment ink pad. There we go. That's not easy to say. Which is again a super, super deal to go for. £25 or $33. Over 15% off that one, but as I say, look at it like you're getting this and then we're giving you the ink pad for just 1p, so that is worth considering. Also, you saw Leann using these a little bit earlier on, your illustrators. Again, this is just phenomenal. So you're getting for $24.99 your illustrators. In this collection, you've got the gorgeous daffodil, sunshine, yellow green, the salad, pearl blue. You've got your denim, pale tan, apricot, your fruit pink, ruby pink, your hydrangea and your lilac in there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Fully blendable, of course, as well with these. Perfect for all of your drawing, you know, if you're into your illustration as well. These really are super. So you're getting those for $24.99. For 1p, you're then getting this gorgeous floral stamp collection. Again, how much is that normally?
Oh, they're $4.99.
$4.99.
Is that acrylic or photopolymer?
Photopolymer, yeah.
They're normally more expensive.
Yeah.
So they're normally photopolymer, I think they're $7.99.
So there you go. Well, whichever way, you're getting them for 1p. It's 1p, so don't miss out. £25, $44.96. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but you're obviously getting all these deals where you're getting another item for a penny. You're still not paying that price on the screen there, because wherever you are within Club Inspire, even if you're only a bronze member, it's an extra 5% off, 10% off, 15, 20% off if you're a platinum member. So get ahead on the web and grab these deals. Right, are we looking at these now with you, Leann?
We are. We're looking at the stencil, the Harmony ink pad that comes with the storage. That's what we're going to be looking at.
Okie dokie.
It's fab. Do you want me to do now? Shall I demo straight away?
Do it.
Okay, cool. Right, now what I've got here, and we're going to make this pretty little card. Now yesterday, when I was on with Joe, we also had the Sharon Callis stencil.
Oh yeah.
And if you manage to grab that, then I've used this Sharon Callis stencil to make this background with a lovely Harmony ink pad. So I wanted to show you how just with a tiny little stencil and a small card and a little embellishment, you can make something pretty with your Harmony Water Reactive and with one colour. Because normally we're showing you all of the colours together like I did on that paint palette, but actually they work brilliantly on their own as well. So what I've done here on this stencil, because I just want the piece at the bottom on a piece of white card, I've put a little bit of our have I got the wrong side there? I'm just checking. No, right side. I've put a little bit of our repositionable spray adhesive on there, which just keeps it still on the piece of cardstock that I want to ink on. And you can see, actually, do you know what would be easier if I did this? That was easier, wasn't it? Oh dear.
I'll just stand here and watch you struggle.
Dear me. Honestly, Leann, find the most difficult way and then do it like that. And then all I'm going to do is take my Harmony Water Reactive and my blending tool, which we've now realised yesterday is in fact an oblong or a rectangle blending tool, not the square that we call it.
Well, do you know what? I've always sort of looked at that and thought rectangle, and I don't know, maybe I don't want confrontation, maybe. I've always just gone along with the fact that you guys call it a square, but I've always looked at that and thought, well, it's definitely a rectangle. It's not a square, is it? It's
not square, no, it's oblong or rectangle. I don't know why we did. Honestly, we've obviously had a moment, and, you know, of all of the brain power that's been invested in that product, and there's been several of us, and not one of us have noticed that. Not one of us, until live on the show. I'm determined I'm going to change it.
Oh,
so.
Well, I just thought, well, I don't know what I thought. I'm sure we've had this discussion on air before, that it's a rectangle, but it's actually a square. And I just thought we kind of, you know, glossed over it and moved on.
Oh, dear me. I think we've just had a moment.
What's the difference between a rectangle and an oblong?
They're the same.
Oh, right.
So,
that's good.
Same shape. I think maybe an oblong is a little bit longer than a rectangle.
Well, because it's long.
But they're the same. Basically, they're not square.
A rectangle, oh, hang on a minute, George is now like quoting Wikipedia stuff. And what are you saying now? Come on, George, just say that again. What were you saying? A rectangular object or flat figure with unequal adjacent sides. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Oblong, rectangle. It's all to do with the angles and the lengths. And I'm just repeating what she's saying now. I have no idea of the words that are now coming out of my mouth. To talk about triangles now. Isosceles. You had your, what else did you have? Right angle triangle, isosceles.
Equilateral.
Equilateral?
There was an equilateral triangle,
There was another funny named triangle as well, wasn't there?
It begins with a D.
Derek.
No.
No. D. Dodecahedron. No, that's not.
No, that is a shape though. That is a shape.
Scalene. That's one.
That's one.
A triangle that begins with a D.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was the dodecahedron.
Obtuse.
The dodecahedron.
The dodecahedron. Which sounds like a dinosaur to me. the dodecahedrosaur.
That one. Maybe there wasn't. I mean, honestly, maths wasn't my strong point at school.
No. I was good at maths, I was good at like mental arithmetic and stuff, but when it came to shapes, tell you when I lost it with maths was when we went into like trigonometry and stuff like that. Boy, oh boy. And when they gave you the scientific calculator, no idea.
Yeah, no.
No
Absolutely
idea.
not. Me neither. I'm with you on that one. I was excellent. I was excellent at home economics classes. That won't surprise you.
Yeah.
And the sewing classes. So the cooking and all of the sewing. So all of the practical things was where I was most comfortable crafting when I was a young person. Not particularly academic at all. No. But then,
Well, you've done all right there, haven't you?
I've not done bad. Yeah, I've not done bad for myself.
Not too bad.
Hard work, Ben. Hard work brings a lot, doesn't it, in return?
That's
what
it.
It does.
Work hard, graft hard, and you'll
yes.
see the rewards.
Yes. Let's put this on. Let's get this the right way around.
What have you been doing anyway? Chatting about dodecahedrosaurs.
I can't even get it the right way around. What is this? What? Oh.
What? What you done?
Haha. there's a big bit at the end there we go. I couldn't get it to work. Look at that. I was like, where on earth is that going? Here it is there. So I've got my little thanks on there now. I'm just going to stick that in the center. And then I've got a little butterfly, which we'll stick on later. But just to show you what that's going to look like when it's all adhered together. And you could use a lighter ink pad if you want, or the darker, just depends on the look you want to achieve. It's a really pretty little card, which just comes together in no time using one colour of your Harmony Water Reactive ink pad and any little stencil that you've got rattling around at home.
Love it. There you go. That is your Dauber collection, of course. So if you want to go for those Daubers, 40 of those with the storage kit, and then you get your Pink Tulip Pigment ink pad for 1p as well. So do not miss out on that. As I say, we're back with a lot of these deals a little bit later on. We'll be doing different demos, demoing different items for you as well. That, of course, is if they are all still in stock, because, of course, people will continue to shop after the show as well. Details on the bottom of your screen of your rotating board as well. That's proving so popular. But just a couple more items to bring to you and show you before we move on. We've got your craft knife. Your craft knife, which is available for you. So £5 for this, £6.96. This is your swivel craft knife. So as I understand it, you've got the swivel nature of the craft knife. So if you're cutting around corners or fussy cutting, the way the hand's nodding. Yeah, it's all about. Do you know what? I don't like to do this that often.
That's my encouraging look.
I know. But this is all about cutting corners. Not something you'll find me doing ever. But with this, that's what you've got the ability to do. Now, you're also going to get with this, for a penny, your replacement blade. Again, you won't be replacing the blade on this anytime soon, I wouldn't imagine, but it's nice the fact that you've got your replacement blades for a penny in there as well. So that is £5 all in, less your 20% discount. It comes down to £4, doesn't it? Which is just amazing. And then, as well, we have got these. Again, we will come back to these in more detail a little bit later on. Your multimedia dies, these are great. So your nesting dies, always handy to have. Now let's get this the right way around. Speak Ben. Your butterflies are £24.99, so you're going to be getting those, your 6 nesting dies, and then for 1p, talking about triangles, almost as if we planned it. Right, hold the front page a second here. They're worth £24.99, and you're getting them for a penny. Is that correct? Can I just confirm that? That's got to be the deal of the show, isn't it? Why have we left that till the end? 1p! 1p! We're going to look at these a little bit later on. Get them in the meantime, whatever you do, because, I mean, now people have twigged. I think these are going to fly out the door. So you're getting your butterflies worth £24.99, and you're getting your triangles as well. Of course, multimedia dies, and this is a nice little example on the back here. Multimedia, so of course you can use them for lots of different crafts as well. So if you are into your card making, amazing. If you're into your soft crafts as well, absolutely amazing, as we're seeing here. You can use them across a whole spectrum of different crafts. That is a brilliant deal. I mean, seriously, worth £24.99. You get it for a penny. We will see those in full, in action, a little bit later on. However, the product of the show... You normally do the fanfare, don't you? Sorry about that.
No, I don't think I've ever done the fanfare.
Haven't you?
I don't think so.
I thought you did the fanfare.
Well, I can't like you. I can do that, but
Okay.
I can't.
Okay. The product of the show, you do the... Go on. The product of the show... No, you do the...
Oh.
The product of the show is... We'll work on that. Is the rotating board. Now, again, this is absolutely brilliant. Something, as I said, when I saw this back in stock in October time, was flying out of the door. So super handy, as we've seen, for crafting on the go. Absolutely amazing. For crafting in kind of... smaller areas, absolutely brilliant as well, but perfect, you know, if you're into your drawing, if you're into your colouring as well, as we've seen, and we'll see again with Leann here, you're not having to kind of like shuffle the paper around because you've got this fully rotating board, really well made as well. If you're thinking this is just a flimsy bit of kit, you know, it really isn't. It's super well made. You get the bulldog grip with it as well, so perfect for keeping everything in place, and you're going to get your floral word stamp, which is the hello one, for 1p. recipe, which is amazing. But let's just talk about this again, Leann, for people who are seeing this for the first time and thinking, well, hang on a minute, it's just a rotating board. Why do I want this in my life? You said earlier on that this kind of changed your crafting life when you got it.
It really did. I mean, when I first heard about this, Ben, I 100% always hold my hand up and tell you the truth. I did think to myself, I've been colouring for years, I don't need that. I'm fine colouring on the mat as I do now, putting a bit of scrap paper underneath, it's absolutely good. I don't need it. And then we did a show with it, and at the end of that show, I went and with my own pennies on our website, Mike staff discount, went and bought myself this board, and I use it all the time now. And I don't just use it for paper craft actually, Ben. I've used it for my soft craft as well, and I'll tell you how and why.
Okay.
So the brilliant thing, let's talk about, as you said, brilliantly robust and well made. Gives you a full 360-degree rotation. I'm doing that with one finger. So you don't have to heave this around. It's got fantastic ball bearings in there. Your bulldog clip comes off and can be moved to any position appropriate for you holding whatever you are working on.
Yeah.
So brilliant for holding secure. Now, the good thing is when I'm colouring, we talked about me not being able to write in a straight line. And when I'm colouring, I do the same thing. I have everything on an angle. But what I do end up doing is, if I haven't got it on this board, is I end up picking it up constantly, putting my markers down, turning it around to get it in the correct position. With this on the board, you do not need to do that because it is there for you, and I can either move it as I colour just with my wrist, just my wrist on there, I can move it. That's how easy and smooth that ball bearing action is underneath there. I'm not pushing that at all, and so I can move that into the perfect position as I go around, and the board honestly kind of follows where my hand is going so I can get it in the right place. If I don't want to do that, I sometimes have a finger here and then I'll just move it into position and I'll put it where I would like it to be. And if I need to work on a completely different area, then I'll just spin it all the way around. I don't have to move it. It's just always there for me. It really is a fantastic piece of kit for that. Now, I've used it for my soft craft for laying out quilting blocks. So when I'm doing my quilting, I might have all of my little bits of fabric on here, and there might be a base piece that I need to keep still, which I'll clip, and then I can lay them all out and I can move it round and decide. I also do the same with my paper craft. If I'm doing a really complex project, and let's just bring this in, this is an 8x8 card, and I'm doing some complex placement, and I want to see where different things go, and I'm bringing them on and off my card base for placement, then I can move this around and see where it is, and it's all kept nice and still. If I haven't got time to make it, I can push it all up to the top, clip it in place and leave it. The wind isn't going to blow it away. My project's there for me to work on when I come back. There are so many different uses. My husband, who is Mr. C, fabulous artist. I've sometimes shared his bits of art on my Facebook page. If you haven't seen them, have a look. He uses it because he's stopped smudging his work, especially when he's doing it with pastel and with pencil drawings, because the piece of artwork is held in place. He can move it around. He's not having to pick it up and smudge and get dirty fingerprints and ruin something that he's been working on for a long time. I don't think you realise how much you need this until you get it home, and it will revolutionise what you're doing with laying out your projects and your crafting and your colouring. You will love it.
Absolutely, and again, I think we always do this at a great price, but the fact today that you're getting it at $15.99 and you're getting that stamp in there for a penny as well, it's almost a bit of a try me price. And honestly, like Leann's saying, once you've got this back, you kind of wonder how you ever managed without it. Lots of lovely comments coming in at the end of the show. Sarah Brown on Facebook saying, loving all your demos, Leann. You are so talented. Agreed. Suzette Suze on Facebook says, looking forward to masterclass with Leann, showing the foil press from scratch. I can't wait. Finally pulled out my foil press to use it. Do you know what? I'm really looking forward to that as well, because as much as we love Craig, I think 2 or maybe 3 foil press shows that I've done here since I've been at Crafters TV have been with Craig. So nice to get someone else's take on it as well. So that will be very exciting. I just wonder whether or not Leann will be wearing the foil press shirt. That's a no. Diana on Facebook saying, love this show today. Thank you, Leann, for great demos, and thank you both for your singing. You're welcome. And Michelle saying great price on the rotating board as well. Yes, do not miss out on these deals. We are back with the masterclass at 1 o'clock UK time. Yes, it is all about the foil press, of course. And then a little bit later on, another craft vault for you as well. Jan will be here the later part of the day with 2 shows. So she'll be back on the second craft vault. So what I would say to you is, if you've seen anything that you love on this show, get it, because people will continue to shop after the show. And if there's items that you haven't seen demoed, make sure you're tuning in 7 o'clock UK time, because chances are we will be showing you those in much more detail. Leann, thank you so much for now.
Thank you, Ben. I've had a great time. We must practice our singing more.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're off to go and do now. We've got about an hour or so, so we're going to put together a little sort of 30 minutes or so of your favourite hits, and we'll be back to perform those during masterclass at 1 o'clock or not, as the case may be. Bye for now.